about that. So I'm gonna
go.
Yeah.
I can't believe that's next week. And you've also had a crazy couple weeks. I mean, you just released some new music. You just opened for Zed at Music Fest. So how was that? How was that whole experience?
The whole experience it just felt unreal. And I kept telling myself, you're alive. This is real. This isn't a dream. And I have listened to Zed since I was 17 years old, living at my parents' house, driving around a golf cart with my brother and parents, just blasting Clarity. It's just insane that I got that opportunity, and I'm just forever grateful.
100%. I mean, Zed is a favorite for, I think, all of us. I mean, from the middle to so many of his other songs. I was like, wow, that is a huge accomplishment. So congratulations on that.
Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. Like, that was just, I think, that moment in my life where I was like, everything I've gone through this year has led to this moment. So
absolutely. I mean, and also huge congratulations. Not today. You had the music video release August 12th. It's over almost at, 500,000 views. That's wild. But
that's crazy to me. Like, I know I've had music videos go up on the Nikki and Gabi channel in the past, and obviously it's a much larger subscriber ratio. So this video is doing so much better than I could have ever imagined, along with the streams. This is a record-breaking streams within 2 weeks of any song I've ever released, and Pretty Little Mind is my most streamed song. It's nearing at 500,000 streams, and the ratio from streams per week is already surpassing Pretty Little Mind. So I'm just really excited for everyone to see what's to come on my album.
That is absolutely incredible. Now let's talk a little bit about Not Today. What was the inspiration with this song?
Well, growing up, I was bullied. I mean, it's no secret here. We have so many videos about it. And I didn't grow up in the happiest of households. And then I got thrown into a career, blessed into a career, which also has its negativities and, hate. And the bullying never really stopped, and I never got an escape from it. So I started saying this quote, "Not today, Satan," like ever since I was like 19 or 20 years old. And anytime I see hate or feel like I'm being bullied or just, judged, I just say that, because at the end of the day, fear, manipulation, it's all coming from the same place. It's all coming from Satan. Like, it wants to steal your joy. So I notice a pattern anytime something good happens in my life, like something happens where something tries to take it away, and I'm just like, no, not today. And that's where I got the chorus from. I actually wrote Not Today in quarantine because I had a falling out with a friend in quarantine, and then after everything I had gone through this year, I just was like, you know what, this is the song that I need to come back into music with. It's the song that actually got me through a lot, and I'm really glad that I had that song already produced last summer, because it had helped me through one of the hardest years of my entire life. So I'm so grateful for that song, and if it saved me in the ways that it has, I can't wait for it to save other people.
Absolutely. And how amazing, like, for a song that you say saved you at such a dark and hard time, for you to see it surpass like the amount of streams it has, how well it's doing on YouTube. Like, how awesome is that? That just solidifies how good that is.
I believe, like, God sees everything. I'm just going to put it at that. God sees everything, and God loves me, and he's showing me through this. So I'm grateful.
I love that. And Not Today, Satan. I'm going to start. That's now stuck in my head.
It's a quote you need to tell yourself, because fear, anxiety, doubt, it's all the devil trying to take away your joy. Like, I don't know what you believe in, but there's obviously an evil, and that's where that comes from.
I definitely relate to you and everything you're saying, and thank you for that. Now, I mean, new music is even coming, even more music that your fans cannot wait. They have so many questions for you, but new music, let's talk about that. When are we going to see more coming?
Well, I'm filming another music video really soon. It may or may not be around New York Fashion Week. Maybe. I didn't spill that, did I? But I'm filming another music video very soon. And I actually was battling, like, which single should be next, because The song that I actually chose to do as my next single is even more raw than Not Today. And I told myself, you know, I went through like releasing such raw lyrics is really hard to do. And after releasing Not Today, I was like, okay, I'm going to take a break and just like put out a fun song next. And I'm like, there was like this voice in the back of my mind that was like, you have to release this next song that's even more raw and deep than Not Today because people need to hear it. I just felt this voice in my head that's like, people need to hear this next song, like sooner rather than later. So I was like, I'm gonna put that song out.
Well, I can't wait to hear. I'm such a fan of your music, and
Thank you.
Yeah, honestly, and I know so many of your fans are so excited, but they have some fan ask questions for you regarding your new music, etc. We'll get into those later, but
Nice.
Music, I mean, killing it. I mean,
Thank you.
Pumpkin and Spice. Let's talk. What is it, and how are you involved?
So in the past, I was an avid customer. I was always shopping Pumpkin and Spice skincare. And back in like 2017, they were featured on some fancy vlogs. And, you know, we regrouped this summer. I have a relationship with them and we regrouped and we decided to collaboratively work together for Gabi. I actually wasn't going to do a Gabi season on my vlog channel this year until we started these conversations. And I'm like, this is putting me in the spirit. This is, you know, encouraging me to put out those types of videos. And I'm so glad we could work together because their skincare is the best skincare I've ever tried. I mean, if anyone saw my vlog today, I'm going through my cycle. So I had this huge breakout right here the day of my engagement shoot. And it's all, I mean, I'm wearing a filter right now, but I think the filter's off. I don't know, but it's all gone.
And that was for nights using your skincare from them.
Yes. You know, sometimes we have our moments during the cycle where no matter how amazing the skincare is, breakouts happen. And I'm just so grateful that all of it got like gone, erased from it. But their skincare, I can't rave about it enough. Like, it's so natural. It's cruelty free. It's vegan. And the scents are all natural. And if you're sensitive to scent and skincare, you could do this little spot test if you're like scared that you're going to have a reaction to the fragrance in it. But the fragrance is all natural. So you're just getting the smells from the actual ingredients.
Now, did you collab with them with your products, or how are you involved right now?
We formulated the bundle ourselves and I designed the bag. And to put a long story short, we've collaboratively put everything together in one to release with the special code for my followers.
Cool. Okay. You've sold me because I hate the breakouts, especially from the masks now.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, right?
Maskne is so real. Can we just talk about that for a second?
It is.
I never in my life got like acne right here. It was always like right here on my nose.
An exact same. Oh my, what's happening? And everyone's like, when you work out with masks, when it's 100 degrees in LA and you're sweating on your mask on, it's like, okay, that may be the answer.
Yeah, it's the worst, but hey, at least the masks are keeping everyone safe.
Absolutely. I'm comments here and people are like, sold. I want to buy the exfoliator. Now, what is your favorite product from them, would you say?
The exfoliator, 100%. I never liked exfoliators. Like anyone who's watched my vlogs know that I just don't use exfoliators because they're too abrasive, or so I thought in the past. Maybe I was using the wrong ones. And I'm just addicted to this exfoliator. I use it every single night, and I know you're supposed to exfoliate like once a week, but I'm so addicted to it because it makes my skin so soft and firm. Like, I don't use Botox anymore. Like, I used to I have videos on my channel. I used to go crazy with Botox, and I don't use Botox anymore. And I read about how exfoliating and using the right skincare makes your skin naturally firm and build your own collagen. And so that's why I'm like so passionate about the skincare, because I've completely leaned on skincare for anti-aging.
100%. I believe in it. Now, Gabi, I'm reading the comments and people want to know, what is the price point of the skincare?
The price point? My bundle with my code is $179. So it would be valued at around 210, but with my code, I think it's 179. But I may or may not be doing a giveaway eventually. I shouldn't leak too much in here.
We never know. It could be coming.
You never know. I love to just like feed my followers. I love it so much. It makes me so happy to see them get excited. And I love to keep like my followers super involved. I'm doing a listening sessions hangout in September where my subscribers get to hashtag listening sessions hangout all over social media. And then I click on the hashtag and pick a certain number of subscribers who get to sit on a Zoom with me and listen to my entire album.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That is really cool. Now, is that going to be every time every time an album comes out, you think, or is this you're going to test it out for the next up and coming?
I'll test it out for the next up and coming. I actually just started this week recording songs for my next album. So I feel like I've had my actual album finished for about 2 months now. And I'm like, I can't just sit on this. Like, I just need to get ready for next year. So I'm just really excited.
Good for you. I mean,
yeah.
Busier than ever. And you're also posting frequently on your YouTube channel. So how did you find it all?
Okay, that I don't even know myself, but you know, in high school, I'll give you an example. I used to fail tests that in subjects that I wasn't interested in, but then the subjects that I was interested in, I was like A+ student, participating all the time. And I think it's because when I'm like interested in something, like I go crazy, like I don't stop and I keep going. And it goes to show you, I really love my job and I have so much gratitude for it. Like I fell into this, like that's why I used the comparison when I was talking about how, oh, I went from this growing up and this growing up. And then suddenly this career where there's so much hate that I never got to escape hate and bullying. But the thing is that this career path is something that I've like deep down manifested for myself because it was unintentional how I started this. Nikki and I just had no friends in high school. It literally was because we were bullied in high school. We only had each other. And we made internet friends back in 2011 on YouTube. And we posted videos to send our internet friends, to have links to send. Like, it fell in our laps, and I'm forever grateful for this job. It's so fun. And I think I manage everything because it's so fun. Like, it never gets old.
Yeah, and like at that point, when you love something so much, it's like, is it even work at that point? You know, you just keep going in love with it, and it makes you happy.
I'm in love with my job. I mean, it was a love-hate relationship at one point, but I love it now. I mean, it's all about what you choose to look at.
Now, Gabi, your fans have so many questions for you, but I did choose 3 questions. But before we get into those questions, I do have a question for you. My last question for you from me, but I've been watching you and your sister since I was young. Like, I grew up with you guys. You guys now the best beauty. I mean, my favorite video was probably when you guys recreated that Met Gala look, the Kylie Kendall. That was a good one.
Oh my God. I love those videos. I miss those videos.
Those are some good videos, but I need to know, because you guys are always on trend, best fashion. So what would you say is a trend that you are so into right now? And what's one trend that you're like, this has got to go?
I love puff sleeves. I feel like I've been a fan of puff sleeves even before puff sleeves were a trend. Like, let's say cottage core. I was always cottage core, even back in 2017 when it was like dorky to be cottage core. Like, I was antique shopping and having antique hauls and stuff. I love puff sleeves and cottage core, my favorite style in the world. But a trend I don't like, I'm gonna have to say it was that 90s trend. I don't mind year 2K, but the 90s stuff, I was like, why?
You're like, it's gotta
yeah. Like, year 2K is super cute. It reminds me of Mean Girls and like Elle Woods, but the 90s, I was just like, I don't know. I never clicked with that.
Now, how about the Crocs trend when those came back?
I bought Crocs in quarantine and then I quickly got rid of them. Like, I got them because I was just like, oh, all my friends are buying them, and I got like a champagne color, and then I looked at how my feet looked in pictures, and I was like, what am I doing? So I sold them.
Hear it. Goodbye. Short trend. Now, Gabby, let's get into these fan asked questions. But the first question your fans have is, what would be one of your favorite songs of yours to this day?
Not today. Definitely. I think it's just because like I'm really sentimental about it. But like sound wise, like that I can listen to over, actually I would say Not Today is definitely number one. But my second one hasn't been heard yet, that like I just jam to. Whenever it comes on, I'm like, okay, I can listen to this again.
Your up and coming album, or do you think second album?
Actually, the one I'm talking about is not even on, like I don't know what I wrote it for, but it's gonna be released. It's low key a diss track. But yeah. Everyone who's gonna hear that diss track that I recorded, I actually recorded it with my best friend, Kenny. Anyone who hears it is gonna be like, this is so catchy, and they're just gonna like, I swear, it's still in my head right now as we're talking.
All right. Not Today and an unreleased song, you guys. There you go. Okay,
Yeah.
Gabby, from your is Gabby, you talked a lot about on the internet, people being mean, hate, you dealt with bullying. How do you find it now with social media these days? And do you find things are getting better for you?
Things are definitely getting better for me because out of sight, out of mind, I don't read comments. And I have a channel producer that like goes through comments, you know, and hearts things here and there. But sometimes if I'm going to bed and I'm feeling good mentally, I'll go and try and be interactive on YouTube comments. But everything else, like social media comments, I don't look at. And it helps me stay focused on what's really important, because at the end of the day, people's opinions don't matter. And I'm in a career where I have to get used to people judging me and coming up with their own thoughts about me, and I can't control that. That's just totally out of my control. So the best advice that I got from an influencer was out of sight, out of mind. Someone just like outside my house. Out of sight, out of mind. And ever since I heard that quote, I haven't looked back.
I love that. And honestly, in your position of power and your job, you really have to keep reminding yourself that.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and I was thinking to myself the other day, and I was like, people who have time to literally like hate the way that some people do, I'm like, they must either be one, super young, so like when I was young I was immature, you know, let them deal. But then at the same time, if they're like my age or like whatever, if that's what they're deciding to do with their time instead of like investing in themselves, then that's pretty scary and concerning. And I believe in karma. The universe doesn't forget. And that's probably why they're so disturbed, because they're placing all their valuable energy onto bringing in negativity to someone else.
Absolutely. And honestly, it's really sad and scary. Some hate that people do behind the keyboard, right?
Yeah, I'm literally, for the past 6 months, I mentioned to you guys before this interview, I'm in the middle of literally like suing a group of people. And it's just been really hectic. And honestly, I don't wish that upon anyone else. But at the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do to keep going.
Yeah, and protect yourself, because enough is enough at some point, right?
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, enough's enough at one point. And I believe there's God. I don't know what everyone else believes in, but I believe that God literally sees everything. So anytime I'm like worried or stressed out, I'm like, let go, let God. Everything will fold out like the way it's supposed to. Nothing good ever comes from like sees everything. So anytime I'm like worried or stressed out, I'm like, let go, let God. Everything will fold out like the way it's supposed to. Nothing good ever comes from anything being forced, you know?
Absolutely. I agree with fans are loving it. I am so upset. Of course that happens.
I know, you know, like
The
I'm
fandom's
so
gonna come
sorry
for
for
me.
overheating your phone. I really did that. Even though I'm
Yeah,
drinking iced
literally.
tea.
I'm sweating over here. My phone shut down and I was
Me
like, are
too.
you kidding me? Is this the worst day ever? But where were we? What were we even? We were talking about your favorite song, dealing with hate, dealing with,
Yeah.
the struggles of mean people, and you actually were saying you're going through a personal thing with some bullies online.
Yes. Life obviously has been so great, but it's always time consuming when you have like other stuff going on outside of work. So I'm just super like blessed and happy to just in general be able to, distract myself by doing what I love most, and that's music and YouTube.
Absolutely. Now, Gabby, going forward, what do you want to see on your channel more? What is on your top priority to kind of be like, you know what, I want to show this to my fans and viewers. I want to film more of these videos. What would you say that is?
More music. There was a time when like my videos did better than my music, but now my music's doing better than my videos, and like same with other like social media platforms. So I'm definitely going to stick with music and doing more behind the scenes of stuff, like whether that's recording music, because I know a lot of people like see me post with the microphone in the studio, but they don't see behind the scenes of me in the studio. They don't see behind the scenes of me planning a music video. They don't see me shopping for a music video. They don't see like what goes into what I do. And I want people to see more of that stuff, because the music is what makes me happiest, for sure.
Would you ever do a mini documentary series or anything like that?
As a matter of fact, I had a lot of fun doing a documentary style vlog for the Zed Show. And it reignited my passion for documentary style vlogs. I know back in 2019, I did some documentary videos on my channel. And like where there's like confessionals and then something happens, So actually my next 24-hour challenge that I filmed this week is going to be on my channel, and it's documentary style.
Oh, incredible.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Now, Gabby, you opened up for Zed, as we were saying before this live. At Music Fest, it's pretty incredible. Who would you say is a next artist on your bucket list that you'd love to open up for?
I would say Robin.
Okay.
She's my favorite singer. She's a Swedish pop artist. They're electro synth pop. So she's in like that electronic sound realm. Or Ali and AJ, because they have like the same sound that I love, that I'm kind of inspired by for my album.
Ali and AJ are such OGs as well.
Yeah, they're amazing.
100%. Now, speaking about OGs, another fan asked question from your fans is, your fans want to know, would you and Nikki ever get back to collabing together, or would you see more videos with you two? Anything like that?
Music-wise, not on my new album, but definitely upcoming. Our hair tie moment was awesome, and I would love another opportunity like that.
Totally. And I don't know, I'm so close with my siblings, so like working with your siblings, but it's so nice to kind of have that break as well. And you both went off, did your own thing, and you guys are killing it, like both of you. And you guys are both so lucky and blessed and have such amazing fans that let you guys evolve into your own people.
I love them so much. I love them so much. Like, when I go to bed, I think about my followers and my fans. Like, they mean so much to me. Like, because at the end of the day, I'm me. So I'm like, why do people like me? Like, why? And then I see their encouraging, constant support. Like, it's constant. Their support is on every platform.
100%.
Unreal.
And I talked to your sister and you in the same week, and I go through the comments and I go through the DMs we get, and the amount of love and so much genuine excitement that you guys are being interviewed and people want to get their questions in. Like, it actually opened my eyes, and I said it to a girlfriend of mine yesterday. I was like, Gabi and Nikki have such a great fan base, and truly people that love you, and like, you guys are it. Even
Thank you.
When did you guys start? When was the first video?
The first video was on 00 Remake Girls in like 2011. Or 2010, it was a Pretty Little Liars theme song remake. And then in 2012, we decided to make a second channel, which was supposed to be a smaller channel called Nikki and Gabi Beauty. And then it like blew up into Nikki and Gabi. And then Remake Girls kind of just like, today we abandoned it.
Wow. It's
But,
incredible.
yeah.
And that's what I wanted to tell you. Even offline, I was going to message you and be like, your fandom is absolutely insane.
I love them so much. Like, I'm so grateful.
It's really beautiful. All right. Next question from your fans, speaking about them, but they want to know, what is a favorite room on your new house?
This one right here. I meditate in
It
here.
looks magical.
I do my meetings in here. I edit in here. I just put this like water fountain thing right here. That's like making all this like water noise. Colin says it sounds like someone's like pissing in a urinal, and now I can't unhear it. But I have like plants in here. I have my piano in here. I write music in here. This is my sanctuary. I've been calling this room my sanctuary like the past month or so because even though I was like prioritizing my skincare lounge, I thought that would be my favorite room in my house. But this room is just such positive energy, and yeah, I just feel like most inspired in here. So I'm like, I have to edit in here, and I just put together an office. I'm going to do an office makeover, and I'm like, I prefer to edit in here. So I may be changing some rooms.
There you go. I love it. I keep looking at this window in the back and just the trees. Like, it does look like a beautiful sanctuary.
Got my pumpkin in here.
Your pumpkin. So cute.
I'm ready for fall already, and I didn't think I'd be excited for fall this year.
I'm in Canada right now. I went back to visit my family, and it's been pouring rain, and I'm like, you know what? It makes me miss fall clothes, big coats.
Yes.
Like, sweaters. I'm like, I'm ready for
It's
fall.
such a moment. I'm literally drinking, sorry, I always plug in my teas, but this drink called Harvest Sangria, and it tastes literally like a fall in a cup. It's so good.
Where's it from?
It's from this like local tea shop called Crave that I go to. But they like, I don't have like this addiction to coffee that I used to have. I cut out coffee and I replaced coffee with tea. And I was kind of bummed that I wasn't going to have a pumpkin spice latte this season until I asked them to pull out their fall menu prematurely because I really wanted a pumpkin spice latte. And I've been having like fall teas from there. So
yum. So you're already on to that fall drink already. You're like, all right.
The only season like I'm not really looking forward to is like winter and Christmas because I've become so addicted to like weather that doesn't require like bundling up and, you know, putting your car in 4-wheel drive. Like I'm not, it gets crazy here. Last winter, I think I was a little scarred because we had like 6 huge snowstorms. So we were not only quarantined, but we were stuck literally in the house for like
that
months.
Would give you some PTSD thinking about that.
It was, yeah. And my mental health was really bad this past winter. So being like in the house, snowed in the house, in quarantine, with everything that was going on in my mind, it made me appreciate summer so much. And now I'm like kind of scared for winter. But hey, I'm going to do the best I can. And I was thinking about getting a little like light. They sell lights on Amazon for like seasonal depression.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, I highly recommend it. I know someone close to me that did it, and like it changed their life.
Light therapy, that's what it's called.
Yes.
So I'm going to look into that.
Look into it. Let me know.
Yeah.
All right. Your fans want to know a sneak hint of the cover art for the album. What can they be expecting? Have you shot it yet?
Yes, I have. It's been finished since the Not Today artwork. So I don't know if you guys have noticed, but there's been like a certain photo shoot that I've been using for promo pics for like Not Today and the Zed Show. There's this bundle of photos that I shot for the new album, and the picture that's going on the album cover, I think maybe some of you have seen it, but then I like quickly like got rid of it so that no one could know what it is. But it's definitely to the public eye, no one's seen it. Like I temporarily like posted it and like took it down, but only like diehards would know that because it was literally barely up, barely.
Okay. But how long would you say you left it up for? Oh, someone says, "Yep, noticed it."
it was up for like a day, or no, half a day or something on Twitter.
Someone says, I think I saw it. Ooh. Gabby.
I like got too excited and did it, and then I was like,
But
it doesn't like do it justice because we're doing so much to the cover art. So I was like, I'm just gonna take it down until the album's out. So
all right. Well, you didn't see it. Stay tuned because it's coming soon. All right.
yeah.
Second question before I let you go, but your fans, another question is, what is a product that we could see you get behind? Would it be makeup, skincare, hair that you would call your own? So
Ooh, I would love
asking if you would start your own brand. Basically.
I would love to do a spin brush, like to do my own like facial spin brush.
That's a good one.
I would love to do hosiery, like lingerie, socks, like stuff like that, robes. I just realized like this month, like I'm more excited about cozy pajamas for fall than like the actual clothes. So I think I'm like more of like that cozy like skincare realm.
Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. Now, do you think are there any plans in the future for anything like that?
Yes, I'm actually in the works on something fun for Christmas time. I don't stop working. Like, I literally don't stop. But I'm not going to give any hints to my Christmas project because it's totally left field and people, like, I feel like wouldn't expect it from me. But at the same time, people who've been following me closely right now would be like, oh my God, of course. So I'm really excited about that. And just overall, the skincare, the music, my Christmas project, and the new release of Beautiful Mess, the fragrance. I'm just really thrilled and grateful.
Okay, now Gabby, for the people that weren't in the last live, get Pumpkin and Spice, the bundle. With your code, it is $179 from how much? 207?
I think it was, I can't swipe up because the live stream, but I think it's like 230 or something. The value of that. You get the entire day regimen and night regimen and the beanie and my bag all in one. So it's
incredible. And you did design the bag, which I think is really, really cool. Now, what is that code for the people in here that may not know that code if they want to go shop it?
It's capital GABI. Make sure it's all capital because a lot of people have been having issues with it just all being lowercase. It has to all be capital if you want to apply it towards your credit on the site overall, not just my bundle. If you're like, oh, I just want the exfoliator or I just want the night serum or the day moisturizer, you can use my code and you'll still get 10% off. So that's
incredible.
Fun.
Now, last question from your fans is they want to know wedding planning. What's the status on that?
Oh my goodness. The sad thing is there is no status on it because I've been so busy. So Colin and I have been, if you see my new vlog, we've been exploring other options for the wedding. So if you guys want to check out what's going on with wedding planning, definitely check out my new vlog because I break down like how stressful it's been and what Colin and I have been discussing in terms of the wedding. So definitely check that out.
Go check her out, you guys. I mean, she just launched Not Today, the music video on YouTube. It came out August 12th. It's almost at 500,000 views, which is wild. It's Gabby's most streamed song. It's her favorite song. So make sure you guys are streaming it, loving it. Go shop her new Pumpkin and Spice skincare bundle. That's so exciting. I'm about to check that out. And Gabi, major congrats. This is just the beginning for you. I'm sure we're going to be connecting on a larger scale, talking about way more of your projects. But again, I'm such a fan of you. So many of your fans truly love and support you. And I hope you just block those haters out because you are so beautiful. You're so kind and you have so much going for you. So I'm a fan. I know you have such great fans. And thank you so much for taking time and dealing with the little technology mishaps.
Oh, no problem at all. Thank you so much for like helping me be so comfortable in an interview. Like I just did not imagine I'd open up the way I have in this interview, but that's because it was very easy to talk to you and like very comforting. And I just really appreciate that. I haven't given an interview like this in a really long time. So I appreciate that it's with you. And I have to let you know before we go, your voice is identical to Demi Lovato. Someone mentioned that in the comments and I'm like, oh my God, she sounds like Queen.
I thought they were talking about you because I've never gotten that before. Usually people, but hey, you know what? I'll take it. I wish I had a singing voice like Demi.
They are one of my favorite artists. They are incredible. I'm obsessed with Demi.
I know.
So when I saw that, I was like,
they are incredible. So I could have worse. And that singing voice on, I mean, Demi's just incredible. So
try
thank
it
you.
out.
I'll
Try
take
singing. You never know. You might be hit in those high C's. Yeah.
My mom would really much strongly disagree with you. So we'll save it for the shower.
Try it out for me, okay?
Okay, for you I will. Gabi, congratulations on everything, and I'd love to connect. And I think we will be hopping on a Music Monday, so I will see you on Zoom when we set that up. But you guys, make sure you guys are following Gabi, checking her out, giving Sweetie High a follow, because we will be having Gabi and I think Nikki. I get both the twins on Music Monday, so I cannot wait. Go give us a subscribe. And that's it for me. Gabi, thank you so much. You are so lovely. Truly.
Thank you. You're so lovely and comforting. It's so good talking to you.
Bye. Nice to meet you, and we'll see you soon.
Nice to meet you. See you. Bye.
Bye. Hi, guys. Thank you so much for joining. And that's it. I will be back tomorrow. But that's it. And I'm so sorry for the technical difficulties on this live. I mean, sometimes you can't control it. But for now, like Gabi and I were saying, we cannot stress enough. Be kind. You never know what someone's going through. So hiding behind a screen will not make up for that. And be kind, you guys. It really goes a long way. And stay safe. Bye, guys. We'll see you later.